when I tore my quad in that pay-per-view, the
Ground Zero.
Yeah, Brian was going to do a plancha, and I'd asked him. I said, where he dived through the ropes, the little plancha thing. I said, bro, have you done this before? Because I was doing the little flips and stuff. I was a lot more athletic than him, and so I guess he was trying to get over better. And he said, yeah, And you watch that tape. He dives over the ropes, and he turns, and he's going to land on his back. He's gonna break his back. I'd lean forward and grab him, and when I did. And I was so lean back then, I didn't have a whole lot of water in my system. My thigh just, in the position I was, because I was leaning forward trying to save him from busting his ass. Now I should have just let him crash and break his fucking back. But that's just, your instinct is, oh, shit. And so I lean forward, and I do, and when I catch him and then pull him up, my leg's in a weird position, and it just tore that outer and inner quad. And so I hit the ground, and, I didn't feel it. I just felt something weird, And so I start to get up, and my kneecap pops up, and I'm like, oh, shit. Now you're in a panic mode. So I pull my knee, and I push it back down. It pops, and I'm like, okay. So I pull my knee pad up, and I start to get up, and I see my muscle rolling up.
Ooh.
I'm like, oh, shit. So I basically just sat there and panicked. And just, oh, fuck, what I do? The athlete in me wants to get up and go, but your body won't move. There's no way I could possibly. I'd have torn the inner and outer quad. So, it ended like it did. And, but I'm going to tell you this, Iron Sheik, I call him Sheiky Baby. Iron Sheik was with me from point 1 to point 2. From when we left the arena, he got in the ambulance with me and rode all the way to the hospital with me. He was an agent for Vince back then, but he rode to the hospital with me, and I'm like, Sheiky Baby, you can go, man. And they're gonna take care of me. He's like, no, your daddy would want me to, pounding and hitting his chest, doing his mustache. Your daddy want me to be here for you, So in a sense, he was more of a dad for me than my own freaking father was. The people around me, the guys, treated me better than my own father was. But that's that story, and after that, when I healed, I called Vince, and of course, DDP's trying to get me out of the WCW, and everybody's trying to get me to WCW, but I'm under contract with WWF. But we're in WWF, we were on, whatever you did, how much you worked is how much you got paid. And so I'm not working, and I called Bruce Pritchard at the time, and I'm like, hey, Bruce, do y'all got anything in the works or what? And they're like, no, man, we don't, I don't know what's going on. So it's like, I got to do something, and I got to do something. Like, well, man, is there any way y'all can give me a release? Can y'all release me? And he goes, I don't know, man. Let me talk to Vince. So a day goes by, he calls me back. He goes, all right, man. He goes, you really want to be released? I was like, yeah. And so he goes, okay. And so when I went to WCW, I was still, I wasn't fully 100%, but they would fly me to the shows, to meet the guys and stuff. I guess initially they had plans for me. Then I went to a couple of shows, before I was even healed, before I really even worked. So, from that aspect, when I first got there, I thought it was going to be cool. Here's guys, they're flying me in, picking up the bill, paying me, and I'm not even working. I probably didn't work for a month before, I had about a month left of rehab, and then before I could work, and they started paying me. So, for that, I'm thankful. So, I was blessed.
That is great because, WWF not paying you. You go to WCW, you get a guaranteed deal. Even when you're not working, you get paid. It's pretty great.
Right. You sit there and you go out to the mailbox every 2 weeks and you got this big check, and you're like, I honestly remember, and that was when Punk was a big thing. Remember that MTV show Punk'd?
Yes. Oh, yes.
I remember one day walking out to the mailbox. I'm laughing, going, I'm going to get this check. This is like, unreal, surreal. And I get to the mailbox, and I go, hold on a second. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, dude, is this that show Punk'd? Am I getting punked? This is too easy. This is way too easy. I do this little bit of, and I'm used to seeing the big picture of wrestling, where they drove everywhere originally, this traveling. And I'm working 2 days a week, or some days I'm not even on the show, and I'm getting this check. I'm looking around going, dude, is Ashton Kutcher going to come out here and go, dude, you just been punked?
That is great, though. Obviously for you and WCW, and obviously, the time there you said wasn't that great, but at least the pay was
no,
good.
that I can't. And I got to, like I said, I got to be around my son. I got to, it was wonderful. It was wonderful. But when that curtain came, it was just like, man, this ain't for me. This horse is fixing to die. And it wasn't shortly after I left it did die. Think about it. It was probably maybe 8 months, 6 months, maybe a year. I don't know. I didn't watch, but then everybody was going to jump the ship. It died, and everybody was going to Vince. But I saw the writing on the wall. I mean, it was obvious. It was so obvious. I mean, I don't see how Bischoff and those guys didn't see it. I mean, you can't just burn through a guy's money. I heard they were paying, what's the ring announcer guy?
Michael Buffer.
Buffer. I heard they were paying him $100,000 a pop.
Oh.
That's what I heard. A pop. 100 G's a pop.
I mean, he's a great ring announcer, but he was not a wrestling announcer. As you remember, he would screw up a lot of the names.
He didn't make a difference. I mean, there was no, he didn't make it. He was irrelevant to wrestling at that time. I mean, the show wouldn't have changed a bit. But that was just one of their deals. We got this guy and you don't. We can afford him and you can't. And it is what it is. And we live and learn. And, one day maybe this world will be blessed and wrestling will go back to the 70s, 60s, 70s, and early 80s.